Okay, let's get started in seated. You guys can kneel, cross your legs, whatever works. Resting your hands either on your thighs or your knees. And then inhale through the nose. Just a regular breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Take another inhale through the nose. This time feeling your breath move in through both nostrils. And as you exhale out through the mouth, just feeling any kind of stale air starting to move out. Take one more like that, like really focus as you're breathing in around the rim of your nostrils. And as you exhale, focus on getting the real bottom parts of the breath out. Our intent today is to get to know our breath in a more intimate way. So today's practice will move relatively slowly because we want to allow time for the breath to really develop. Two things that I would like you guys to remember in today's practice is that, firstly, the inhale is all about our capacity to receive, and the exhale is all about our capacity to let go. So for the next 75 minutes, we'll take a number of breaths in and out. And that process in itself will be a process of taking in what we need, so nourishing ourselves, and then letting go of what we don't need, so we give that back to the infinite energy of the universe to do whatever it likes with it. Okay, let's take one more breath in together, maybe a little bit more consciously now. And a complete breath out together. Open your eyes. Take your left foot forward, bring your right knee in. Flex your left toes straight up, so it's like you're pushing out through your left heel. Take your right hand behind, and then as you inhale, reach up through your left arm. You can either hook your elbow, that's one option, or take your elbow outside of your right knee. From there, sit back onto your sit bones. So you feel that plugging down through your pelvis. And then rather than going into like your personal best twist, feel for just getting length through the spine. It's like the crown of your head reaches skyward. And then just lightly as you exhale, start to feel the twist coming from your navel center. So everything else stays pretty still, including your head. And then while we're here in this pause, take one full breath in of your own. So you want to really start to get to the very top of your inhale, as much breath in as you can. And a full breath out, so completing the exhale like the very last bit of air. From there, release. Take your right knee over your left, so you can keep your left leg straight here. If it's an option, bend your bottom knee also, so we're in full knee pile. Inhale the left arm up, take that out to the left, and then as you exhale, take your right arm overhead. So we still want to feel the right sit bone on the earth here. Obviously, the right side of the neck is relaxed. And then again, we want to come back to that place where we're just taking one complete breath in and one complete breath out. And then from there, reaching your right arm into neck release. So keeping your head relaxed completely. Use that right arm just to bring your body up. And then you place your left hand at the side of the head and just help your head up easy. Easy, easy. Change sides. Take your right leg forward this time. So same thing, you want to press out through the right heel so the toes flex straight up. Left hand behind, inhale, right arm straight up, and then either hook. Sometimes if it's early, it's a good place for me to be there. But if you've got a bit more give in your spine this morning, then the elbow can come outside the left knee. But again, like we do that tendency where we just want to get into the twist as deep as possible. So just take a moment here to really feel for length through the spine. And then rather than you twisting, let the breath twist you. So it's like the exhale draws you deeper into the twist, rather than it being this like external effort. And then another deep breath in there. So this time the full complete inhale. And a full complete exhale. And then from there, release, come back to your center, take the left knee over. So remember the right leg can remain straight, or bend that bottom knee. And this time, right hand over to the right. Keep plugging through the left sit bone as you inhale, left arm up and over. So we don't want to tip over so the left butt cheek lifts. We want to keep feeling for that grounding through the pelvis. Maybe this time give your feet a bit of a spread so we start to bring our awareness into the lower part of the body. Let go through the left side of the neck. And then an inhale just to feel for that length through the spine. And a complete exhale there. Now do one more full round of breath for yourself. So each breath we take through this practice, try to make it a tiny little bit longer on both the inhale and the exhale. So by the time we get to Shavasana, our breath is so deep. Use your left arm, reach that into neck release, and then help your body up, keeping your head relaxed still. Right hand helps your head up. And then release the legs, come down, set up for abs. So remember, if you need to, you've got padding for your back there just to help it relax a little bit. What I would like you guys to really focus on today is being ultra vigilant with the back of your body, so your lower back, mid back staying glued to the mat. The minute that your back lifts, you're disengaging your core, and then things like the hip flexors and the lower back muscles will have to work. So if it means that you've got to stay in a really down level version, just do that because you'll build the right strength, I promise. Okay, so we're going to start pretty basic today. Keep your arms by your side, palms upward facing. Chin tuck, back of your neck long. So your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the floor. Okay. From there, inhale, lift your left knee up, knee stays bent. Hold your breath, rotate your knee inward, so internal rotation. And as you exhale, lower your left heel down to the floor, tap, but keep pulling your belly in. So remember your back is glued to the mat. Bring your left foot back to neutral. Inhale through side ribs as you lift your right knee up. Hold your breath, turn your right knee inward, so internal rotation. Remember the lower back is still pressing down. And then as you exhale, tap the right heel on the floor as your belly draws in. Bring the right knee back to neutral. We'll go again, a few more rounds. So inhale, left knee lifts. Hold your breath, internal rotation. Make sure the chin is still tucked. And then as you exhale, lower that left heel down. Keep pulling your belly down. Keep lower back pressing. Foot to neutral. Inhale through side ribs as your right knee comes up. Again, internal rotation of your right knee. Keep pressing your lower back into the mat as you lower the right heel down. Belly draws in. Chin stays tucked. Do one more on each side. Inhale through side ribs. Remember the lower back stays pressed. Hold your breath, left knee up. Internal rotation of your left knee. As you lower that left heel down, keep pressing your back into the mat. Belly draws in. Bring the left foot back. Inhale through side ribs. Right knee lifts. Hold your breath. Internal rotation of the right. Lower the right heel down as you exhale. Keep pressing the back in. Chin drawn in. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Listen for the change. Hold your breath. Take your left leg straight up this time. Internal rotation of your foot. So you turn your left foot into the midline. Push through the left heel as your belly draws in. Inhale the foot back to neutral. Hold your breath, but the leg is still up. This time, keep holding your breath. Turn your left foot out. So external rotation. Toes flex back towards your kneecap. Push your heel up as your belly draws in. Place the left foot down on the floor. As you inhale, take your right leg straight up. Hold your breath, internal rotation of your right foot. Keep your chin tucked as your belly draws in. Bring the foot back to neutral. Take another inhale. Hold your breath, external rotation of your left foot as your lower belly draws in. Inhale back to neutral, put both feet down as you exhale. Keep the chin tucked in, keep pressing the lower back into the mat. So we really want to get into the deep core muscles before we move out towards the other, less deep ones. Okay, inhale, lift your left knee up. Hold your breath, send your left heel forward 2 inches and then lower your left heel down to the floor whilst pressing your back into the mat. Bring the left foot back to neutral. Inhale, pick the right knee up. Hold your breath, send the right heel forward. Keep lower back pressing down as you exhale. Tap right heel to the floor, belly draws in. Slide the right foot back. Take a full feeling breath through side ribs. Hold your breath, left knee up. Send the left heel forward. Lower it as you exhale. Tap. Send it forward another couple of inches and tap again. All the while, keep your lower back pressing. Left foot comes back. Inhale, pick your right knee up. Hold your breath, send right heel forward as you exhale, lower the right heel, tap it once. Send it forward, tap it a second time as your belly draws in towards your spine and your back presses. Okay. Remember that's always an option, that one with the feet down. We are going to up level a little bit, but if your lower back lifts, go back to the previous version. All right, feet up, chin tucked, back of your neck long. Inhale through side ribs. Keep that back pressing onto the mat as you hold your breath, send your left heel forward, lower your left heel down, back stays glued to the mat. Tap your left heel, belly draws in. Bring the left knee back, take a full breath through the side ribs. Keep pressing the back into the mat as you hold your breath, send your right heel forward 2 inches. Lower it down, tap. Remember the back doesn't lift, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, keep the chin tucked. Hold the breath, lower back presses down, mid back presses down. Send your left heel forward 2 inches, lower the left heel down as you exhale, tap. belly draws in. Bring it back, take an inhale through the side ribs. Hold your breath, keep lower back pressing as you send your right heel forward, lower the right heel down, tap, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, so remember down level is there if you need it. Hold your breath, keep pressing the back, don't let the back move, send heel forward 2 inches, lower the left heel down as you exhale, tap, navel to spine, belly draws in. Left knee lifts, inhale through side ribs. Hold your breath, send right heel forward, keep the back pressing again as you draw your navel in, lower the right heel, tap, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, exhale both feet down. Take a full feeling breath into the lower part of your belly, so just above your pubic bone. And then exhale to the very, very bottom of your exhale, so all the way. Now take a hold of your block. So again, we'll start in the down level and possibly up level. Let's see how we go. Have the block the long way on your left thigh like so. So if you're not sure, just have a quick look at me. And then you're going to have your right palm on the block with your left arm straight up. Chin is tucked, neck is long. Inhale, spread your back across the mat, so we're still keeping the back pressing firmly into the mat. Hold your breath, press your hand, block and thigh together, so that's your right hand. And as you exhale, take your right leg straight up, belly draws in. Right foot goes down, stay on the same side. Inhale through the back of your body, back presses down. Hold your breath, press your right hand, right and left thigh together. So press, press. As you exhale, take your right leg straight up, push through the right heel, belly draws in. Put the right foot down, take a full feeling breath through side ribs. Hold the breath, press hand, block, thigh together, press, press. As you exhale, send your right heel up, reach also through your left arm this time. Exhale, belly draws in. Bring your right foot down, move the block to the right thigh. You've got your left hand on the block and your right arm straight up. So lots of left and rights there. Okay, keep your chin tucked again, guys. Keep your lower back pressing into the mat and then big breath through the back of the body. Hold the breath, press hand, block, thigh together, press, press. As you exhale, take your left heel straight up, so leg is straight. Belly draws in. Put the left foot down, take a big breath through the back of the body. Hold your breath, press hand, block, thigh together, press, press. As you exhale, take your left leg straight up. This time reach through right arm as you belly draws down, back stays pressed. Left foot down, take a big breath in. Hold the breath, press hand, block, thigh together, press, press. As you exhale, take your left leg straight up, right arm reaches, chin stays tucked, belly draws in. Left foot down, release the block, take an inhale. Open your mouth as you exhale. Put the block to one side, come over and set up for frog, lifting through. I'd like you, if you can, do this with your feet on the wall, but if you can't, that's not an option. You can do it with your feet off the wall. Turn your toes out. Make sure that your heels are the same height as your knees and your whole pelvis and lower back is on the floor. Fingers interlaced, hands at the base of your skull, point your elbows up. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up. As you exhale, press your feet into the wall, curl your tailbone up and send your thighs away. All the while, keep your lower back pressing down. Relax your pelvis, take an inhale, lift your head a little higher. As you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, reach your thigh bones away, pressing your feet onto the wall as your belly draws in. Relax your pelvis completely. Take another massive breath in. See if you can lift your shoulders a little higher as you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel. Send your thigh bones away and then continue to draw your belly down. Relax your pelvis completely. Lift your head higher. Send your elbows up as you inhale. Exhale, curl pubic bone up towards your navel. Press feet into the wall. Send thighs away. Belly draws in. Inhale, head down. Use your hands. Help your legs together as you exhale. Come back onto your mat with your block. So the previous one we did with the block on the thigh, but with the feet up this time. So remember, you can do that obviously with your feet down. Otherwise, you've got the block on your left thigh. This time you have your right forearm on the block rather than your right palm, and your left arm reaches straight up. Remember, the chin is tucked and the back is pressing into the back. Inhale through your side ribs. Hold your breath, press hand, block, thigh together, press. As you exhale, take your right leg 45 degrees forward, like elbow to knee. Remember, your back needs to stay pressed down, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, right knee bends. Hold the breath, press hand, block, thigh together, press. As you exhale, take that right leg forward 45 degrees. Press your lower back into the mat, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, head stays up, down. Hold your breath. Press forearm, block, thigh together. As you exhale, send your right leg forward, reach your left arm skyward. Belly draws in, back presses down. Inhale back. Hold your breath, keep pressing your back into the mat. Press arm, block, thigh together, press, right leg forward, belly draws in. Last one, inhale back. Hold the breath, press arm, block, thigh together, reach the left arm skyward, send the right leg forward, belly draws in. Inhale back, put both feet down as you exhale. Woo! So full feeling breath into your belly. Exhale fully, so remember we want to get all of the breath out to the bottom of the exhale. Change sides. Block on the right thigh. Feet are up. Your left forearm is crossing the block and the right arm is straight up. Remember, the back stays down, so inhale through the back of the rib cage. Hold the breath, press block, arm, thigh together, press. As you exhale, send the left leg forward like 45 degrees. Keep pressing the back into the mat, belly draws in. Inhale back. Hold the breath, press block, arm, thigh together, press. As you exhale, take the left leg forward, reach the right arm skyward, belly draws in. Inhale back. We've got 3 more. Hold the breath, keep lower back pressing, arm, block, thigh, press. As you exhale, take the left leg forward, reach the right arm skyward, belly draws in. Inhale back. Chin tucked, hold your breath, press. As you exhale, left leg forward, right arm skyward, back presses down, belly draws in. Inhale back, last one. Spread through your feet. Hold your breath, press lower back, mid back, upper back into the mat. Press arm, block, thigh. As you exhale, left leg forward, belly draws in. Inhale back, whoo. As you exhale, both feet down. Take a feeling breath into the back of your body. When you breathe out, squeeze the very last bit of breath out, all the way to the bottom of your exhale. And then setting up for straddle, lifting through. If straddle doesn't work in your legs, guys, you can also do frog. Okay, and remember there's an option to go back to the wall where we were earlier as well. Okay, otherwise, set up like so. Fingers interlaced, hands at the base of the skull. Point your elbows up. Give your toes a big spread and feel the skin across your feet open. And from there, as you inhale, head and shoulders come up. Exhale, curl, pubic bone up towards your navel. Reach your inner thighs away. Look at your navel and watch your belly draw down. Relax your pelvis, keep your head and shoulders lifted. Back stays flat on the mat as you exhale, curl pubic bone up towards your navel. Keep feeling for feet spreading as you exhale, belly draws in. Relax your pelvis, lift your head and shoulders a little higher. That's on the inhale, and as you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel again. Keep a little bend in your knees, but reach through your legs. So inner thighs, inner calves, reach in. Relax your pelvis, lower your shoulders an inch. So keep your back pressed into the mat. That's an inhale. And then as you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel. Keep elbows pointing skyward. Lower belly draws down. Relax your pelvis. Inhale, lift up higher. Come up onto the tips of your shoulder blades. As you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel. Send thigh bones away. So active inner leg lines. Belly draws in. Inhale, head down. Help your legs together as you exhale. And celebrate that we have completed the longest ab session in the world. Stay down on your back, guys, with your knees bent. Off center your pelvis to the right. Take both knees out to your left. Take your arms out to shoulder height here, like a cross position. And then inhale, bring your knees back through and take them over to the right side. So we're just going to do a bit more of a dynamic twist. Inhale, knees back through center, over to the left. Exhale. Maybe you gaze towards the right. And then inhale, back through center. Knees over to the right. Gaze to the left. Let's do a couple more like that. So just do that in your own time. Remember the intent to get a little bit more intimate with the breath. So notice if you're rushing the breath as the movement gets quicker. And then complete the round you're on. Bring everything back to center. Knees in towards your chest. Little rock up and down the spine. And then coming onto your hands and knees. Set up for turbo dog. Hands directly under shoulders. Walk your hands forward 6 inches. Check your middle finger track straight ahead. Bend your elbows. Take an inhale. Squeeze elbows to the midline as you tuck your toes. Down dog on your exhale. Turbo dog. Little bend through the elbows. Shoulders away from the ears. And then as you press down through all 10 fingers, feel for the strength and stability through your shoulders, your armpits, and your chest. So you've probably got a bit of a quiver on, that's fine, it's pretty normal. Stay with the quiver, but continue to breathe in that full, complete way. When we start to come into intensity, our breath gets shorter, and we really want to focus on doing the opposite. Okay, so you can take one more complete round of breath without rushing. And then lower your knees down, like, oh. Come on up to standing. Be serious with 3 pause vignettes. Inhale up into chair pose. Forward fold, exhale. Hands to shins, inhale halfway. Get length through your spine, chin is tucked. Plant your palms, step back. Lower all the way as you exhale. Cobra, upper back is working. Thighs engage here. Navel to spine. Tuck your toes. Down dog as you exhale. Warrior 2 with bird wings. Step your left foot forward. Come up into warrior 2 position. Remember in bird wing, well, this version, your elbows will be glued to your ribs, palms spread wide. Inhale, lift your chest, keep your elbows glued in, and then peel your forearms away from the midline as you exhale. So try and get to the back of your body, like particularly the back of your armpits. Inhale, arms to midline. Peel away from the midline as you exhale. Go again. Inhale, arms to midline. Keep the legs strong as you peel the arms away on your exhale. Keep your legs the same. Relax your arms. And then inhale, both arms straight up. Hold your breath. Go back only as far as your held breath will let you. And then from there, place your right hand on your thigh for reverse. You can exhale now. Keep tracking the left thigh forward. And then again, that sense of starting to really lengthen out the breath. So as we breathe in, it's a really slow, steady inhale, like not trying to rush the breath in. And then likewise with the breath out, I want to get to the very, very bottom of the breath. Head to ankle prep. Place your left hand on your inner left thigh. Right hand on the floor, close to your right foot. You can use a block here if you need to. So the idea is the left thigh stays bent, using the left hand to guide the thigh forward. And then the chest comes down towards the right hand, back of the neck relaxed. Feeling for opening through the inner right thigh. At the same time, guiding the left thigh bone forward. So there's space in left hip joint. Again, slowing the breath down, so no rushing through the breath. Release, walk your hands forward, step back to plank. You can put your knees down if you need, modify it all the way as you lower. Come up into a cobra as you use your hands to drag your chest forward. Your upper back stays really active here. And then tuck your toes, draw your navel in so you're engaging your core as you step back to down dog on your exhale. Warrior two with bird wing. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Take your elbows a bit wider this time so they're not glued to the ribs. We just want to get into a different part of the upper back. Palms are still spread active. Inhale through the upper back. Peel your forearms away from the midline as you exhale. Keep your shoulder heads down. So we're going to get inhale, forearms to midline. Peel them away from the midline as you exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, keeping your feet fairly relaxed. Peel away from the midline as you exhale and get that area at the back of your armpits really active. Okay, keep your legs the same. Reverse, inhale, arms straight up. Hold your breath. Go back only as far as your held breath allows. And then left hand to left thigh, right arm overhead. Tracking the left thigh, the right thigh bone forward, pardon me. And then just notice that tendency we slip into to rush the breath again. So it's like we're training our mind to really consciously slow down both the inhale and the exhale. Head to ankle prep. Bring your right hand to your right thigh, left hand to the floor. So we want to, again, track the right thigh forward as the chest moves down towards the left hand. The back of the head is relaxed. And you get this sense of feeling like the engagement of the inner left thigh. So we're lifting that away from the floor. At the same time, tracking the right thigh forward. Just watch the back of the head there, keeping that relaxed. And then let's do one full round. Get really curious when you're inhaling, like where in your body do you feel your breath move to? And what is left when you've fully breathed out? Release. Step back to plank. Lower all the way. Cobra. Inhale, upper back working. Thighs engaged. Navel to spine. Ribs draw in. Down dog on your exhale. Twisting lunge. Step your left foot forward. Back knee underneath your hip. So in a high lunge. Left hand on the left thigh. Inhale, right arm straight up. Twist as you exhale. A little fist with the right hand there and the left hand on top. Okay, exhale fully. Just set up the back shin there so that that's active. Make sure you feel your legs fully supported and then let go through the left side of the neck. So again, we're not going to try and get into the twist too intensely. We're going to inhale to lengthen the spine forward. And then let the navel guide the twist on the exhale. So you really want to complete the exhale here. And from there, release your hands, tuck your back toes under to more of a crescent lunge position. Get a little bit of length through the spine there. And then come all the way up, inhale. Left hand to the left thigh, twisting warrior as you exhale. So almost the same with the back leg up. If that's too intense, put the back knee down, that's fine. Keep feeling for the back heel like it's tracking straight back. So the right heel isn't moving into the midline or out to the side. Continue to let the left side of your neck go. Release. Put the back knee down for lounge lunge. Right hand comes forward. Left arm is outside of the left leg. You'll take an inhale to lift up through the right ribs and then hang them down. So this is less intense than the previous poses. What that means is we've got chance to reacquaint ourselves with the breath. So make the breath the full focus. Like sure, the body's working and active and all of that, but really get so absorbed in the breath that your mind is super still. It's really present. It's really here. Release. Step to plank. Come down how you wish. Knees up or down. Cobra. Remember your sit bones reach towards your heels. And then navel to spine, ribs draw in. Down dog on the exhale. Right foot forward, a twisting lunge. We're in a high lunge again. Right hand on the right thigh. Inhale, left arm up. Twist, little fist left hand, right hand goes on top. Once you feel connected to the back shin, so spreading out through the left toes there, and then also through the front foot and heel, you can start to relax the neck. And so again, we want to feel there's a lengthening through the spine. And then the exhale sorts out the twist, like it's like the breath draws us deeper. Release, put your hands on the floor, tuck your back toes under, get the back leg poker straight. So rearrange your feet where you need to, get length through the spine and then come up on the inhale. Right hand, right thigh just to stabilize, twist as you exhale. So again, we want to feel that the back leg can support also the back glute, so back butt muscle. And then noticing these more intense pauses how the breath needs to quicken, so slow the breath down. Slow, slow. Release, lounge lunge. Take the left hand forward, same thing here, we want to hug in the right knee towards the chest. So we're pressing through the inner edge of the right foot. And then we twist a little towards the knee there. Again, use this to just bring the breath back to steady, smooth. Awesome work. Release, step back, plank. Really engage your legs if your knees are lifted. Cobra. Again, use your arms to get your heart forward. Navel to spine, ribs draw in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a full breath in there. Full breath out. Warrior two interlock. Step your left foot forward, you're in warrior two legs. So, this is the version that's not as intense. You've got your forearm on your front thigh and the other arm behind. Otherwise, if you've got that availability, you can bind fully. The left arm will come underneath the left leg and the right arm goes behind. Just remember in this one, guys, to do this bind at your knee joint, not your hip joint. And even though your left butt cheek will poke out to the side a little, aim to draw the left sit bone towards the right heel. Right side of the neck is relaxed, breath steady. So just notice what breathing steadily does for the mind, like it forces it to still. Now there's an option here to use a block. You're going to release the bind and bring the left hand inside or outside the left foot, and the right arm will go overhead, so an extended warrior. So if you feel as though you're a bit squashed down there, you don't have a block, you can come up onto your fingertips. That will just lift you up a little bit. I like that today. Steady but complete inhale and exhale. Now from there, release both hands to the floor. Reset your feet for pyramid, but come up to standing. So just make sure that feet are hip width laterally, back toes turn out, but you want to track your pelvis straight forward here. Hands on your hips. Inhale, lift up, like telescope the ribs, and then fold straight forward as you exhale. Hands can be on the floor, maybe the shin if that's what you need. If you've got two blocks, awesome. Then come up onto your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, keep the chin tucked. Just fold over the front leg as you exhale. So still keeping the chin tucked in here. That sense of the back of the head relaxing down. Beautiful work. From there, step back to plank on the inhale. Lower as you exhale. Cobra is an inhale. Navel to spine, ribs draw in. Down dog on your exhale. Warrior two, interlock. Step your right foot forward. So again, remember you've got the option to do the half version. Front forearm on the thigh, otherwise full bind. Working to constantly open up the left shoulder there. So the chest is actually rolling skyward, not down. Left side of the neck is relaxed. Feet relaxed. And then even though maybe physically this is intense, we're still steady in the breath. There's no change. Like absolute meticulousness to complete the inhale and the exhale. Extended warrior, place your right hand on the floor. So if you do have a block, I need a block on this side. Extend the left arm overhead. So we're constantly looking for length through both side ribs, of course. The back leg is active, so just keep an eye on that. And then sending your right sit bone towards your left heel. Easy, steady breaths. Okay, from there, release both hands to the floor. Reset your feet for pyramid. Come all the way up. Just have a moment. It can get quite intense down there. Hands on the hips. Same thing. So you want to feel like you're lifting through the side of your rib cage and then extending forward as you exhale. So hands can be to the floor, the shin, whatever works. Come up first, get an inhale and lengthen so the chin is tucked in. And then fold in again, forward as you exhale. Back of the neck is long, chin is tucked in. Just feel into here, connecting to the bones of your legs. Feel for all four corners of your feet plugging down. And then let your spine relax. And then from there, step to plank. If you need to skip plank and just go back to down dog. Otherwise, go through the vinyasa that works for you. Being sure to keep your breath steady. And then as you come back, navel to spine, ribs draw in, down dog on your exhale. Flank stretch. Step your left foot forward, come up to standing with your feet 3 feet apart. Hands on your hips. Inhale, telescope the ribs. Lift up. Fold straight forward as you exhale, hands to the floor. Take an inhale halfway, get length through the spine. Fold forward as you exhale and then walk your right hand to your left ankle. The left hand can go on top of your right hand or on the floor. And then you're sensing this like arcing of the right ribs towards the right leg. Like a little bit like a crescent moon shape. But keep letting your chest move down. So it's like a forward fold side arc thing. Steady breath. Engaging through both inner thighs. Just notice the back leg will want to collapse somewhat. And then walking your hands towards the front of the mat, turn your left toes forward, reset your feet like we did in pyramid. We're coming into twisting triangles. The right hand is inside or outside of the left leg. Place the left hand on the sacrum. And then if you want to take it deeper, take the left arm straight up there. Don't make this pose about the left arm like it's the least important part. Really, this is about feeling grounded through the legs, feeling lengthening through the spine, and then, you know, as you breathe out, you'll be able to twist towards your left while still letting the neck relax. And now from there, we're moving into vertical split. So if you need blocks and things, you put your hands on blocks or whatever you need to. Have a little bit of turbo dog in your arms and then start to float the right leg up. But I don't want you to open your pelvis today like this. I want you to keep the pelvis closed down towards the mat. And focus instead on lifting your right leg from your butt. So the right toes face straight down towards the mat. The elbows are bent. There's a turbo dog action, so the arms, the upper body and the chest are working. Relax your neck and start to float that leg up only as far as your right leg stays straight. The minute you bend your knee, it's a compensation. And then other muscles start working that we're not really interested in.
Okay, take one more breath, full round, like a dead slow inhale and a really slow exhale. And then slowly lower the leg down, step back to plank. If you need to skip the vinyasa, just do that. Otherwise, come all the way. Cobra. Feel your upper back working. Downward facing dog, exhale. We're so nearly there. All right, right foot forward. Come up, feet parallel. Setting up for flank, inhale, lift up through the chest. Hinge at the hips as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Fold as you exhale, left hand to right ankle. Right hand outside or on top of that left hand. Take an inhale through the left side of the body. And then remember the crescent moon shape, right? So we want chest moving down, spine is long, inner thighs engaged. And then opening through the left side. Steady breath. From there, release, turn your right toes forward. Set yourself for twisting triangle. You can use blocks here. I have one side that's tighter than the other, so one side I use a block and the other side I don't. So remember, you can have that right hand on your sacrum. Arm can be straight up if that feels like it's helpful for you. Keep your awareness down through your feet, particularly your back leg. We can abandon that. You want to keep awareness through both legs. Neck is relaxed. And then from there, setting up vertical splits. A little bit of turbo dog through the arms. So again, remember we want to keep the pelvis closed off just for today. So the left thigh is lifting, but it's parallel to the floor and the toes point down. Back of the neck relaxed. Tweezing elbows into the midline, just like turbo dog. You guide the left thigh up. And then very slowly release that back leg down. Final vinyasa, or all the way back to down dog, no problem. And then as you're coming back into down dog, navel draws in, ribs draw in. Back of the neck relax. Maybe walk out your feet a little bit in down dog. Keeping the head relaxed, and then walk your hands towards your feet. Feet are hip width apart. Fold forward for a little ragdoll. Maybe bend the knees a little bit. See if you can bring a bit more weight into the front of your feet so you get an extra bit of release for the hamstrings. Steady out your breath again. Complete inhale. Complete exhale. And then from there, slowly rolling up. See if you can do it like one vertebrae at a time. And then you've got two options with this next little pose. Standing tortoise is the name. So if you're doing it without a strap, feet are about hip width, maybe actually probably a bit wider than hip width. Then the knees fold forward, and then you take your right hand to the back of your right heel, left hand to the back of your left heel. The idea is to start to work on straightening the legs. I'd be very surprised if they're straighten. But the idea is you want to point your butt skyward, so sit bones reach up and the head reaches down. And then you want to work your body through your legs there. If you want to work with a strap, and this is not to say that the strap's an advanced version, it's just a different option. So if your strap around your waist, one hand reaches down and through, goes up your back and grabs a hold of the strap, and then the other follows. So the strap just gives you something to hold on to that helps to separate, well for me anyway, the thoracic, the upper back. So if you're not already in one, choose one now and come in. We've got 5 breaths from when you get in the pose. Definitely feel your legs working here, and there's a tendency to roll onto the outer edges of the feet. Just feel for connecting through the big toe mounds as well. Keep letting your head rest down. So take 2 more breaths there where you are, whichever version. And then slowly ease on out when you've done your 2 breaths. All right. Who have we got? Okay, I'm going to give you guys 2 options. You can play around with crow pose. So if you're someone that is practicing getting into crow, it's a really good option to work on a block there. So you can just start to have a bit of assistance with your feet being lifted and like getting used to the rocking forward and back action. If you were already doing crow in your practice, take crow for 5 breaths. And then the other option, what we're going to do firefly. So you've got crow on the block, crow off the block, or this. So if you're doing this one, you're coming with me, you come down into a really wide squat. You take your hands back so that your fingers point forward. Shuffle your feet forward. So that might be where you're at today. You can start to lift one leg up, maybe lift the other leg up, and then maybe both legs up. Point your toes out, chest moves forward. Choose your arm balance. I'd be very surprised if you can stay in firefly for 5 breaths, but if you can, good on you. Those of you guys that are in crow, make sure your feet are together so you've got that stability through your inner thighs. It will really help you to stay stable. And remember, push the floor away in all versions so your chest is working. And then when you're done, release. Come to a seated position. Let's do a little wrist stretch here. So take your left arm forward with a bend through your left elbow. Right hand grabs onto the pinky finger of your left hand. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press your wrist crease forward whilst peeling your finger back. Make sure the palm of your hand's really open here. And take a hold of your ring finger. Take an inhale. Same thing, finger moves back. Palm presses forward as you exhale. Release, take a hold of the middle finger, take an inhale, but keep your shoulders down. Press the palm forward as you move the finger back on exhale. Release, take a hold of your index finger. Keep a little bend in your left elbow, take an inhale. Press the palm forward as you ease your finger back on exhale. Keep spreading through your palms. And take a hold of your thumb. Inhale. Press the palm forward. Thumb moves away from your hand as you exhale. So keep spreading out through the palm. Keep lifting through the chest. And then release. Just give your hand a little shake there. And then change sides. So take the right arm out. Take a hold of the pinky. Take an inhale. Spread out through the palm. And then ease the finger back as you press your right wrist forward, keeping the right shoulder away from your ear. Release, take a hold of your ring, inhale. Palm presses forward, stretch out, like get a bit of space between each hand bone. Release, take a hold of the middle finger, inhale. Same thing, palms spread, finger moves back. Index finger, inhale. Spread out through your palm as you press your wrist forward on exhale. And then last one, the thumb. Deep breath into the palm of the hand. Thumb moves away as you press your palm forward on exhale. Shoulder away from your ear. And release. Change the cross of your legs. Left hand goes underneath your left sit bone. Lift up. Okay. Lean your body slightly to the right as you exhale and let the right ear rest down towards right shoulder. So really important in neck release is to stay upright. So be mindful not to round the spine. And just get a sense of letting the whole left side of your neck completely relax. And keeping your hand where it is, keep your chest lifted also. Just start to turn the tip of your nose towards your right shoulder. Now you can bring your chin in towards your chest a little bit. That will get into the traps at the back of your neck. And then from there, bringing both hands to your knees, let your head hang through center. Keep your chest lifted here. So again, it's just the head that hangs. And then place the palm of your left hand on your forehead. Use that hand to lift your head up. And then change sides. Change the cross of the legs as well here. Bring the right hand underneath the right sit bone. Lift up through the chest. Slight lean of your torso to the left, and then let the left ear rest towards left shoulder. So you'll feel a decent release there through the right side of the neck for sure. Maybe even through the inner right ear. And then moving the tip of your nose towards your left shoulder. Remember, you can bring the chin in towards the chest there. You'll feel that more towards the back of the neck and the back of the shoulder blade. transition from there, letting your head move through center as you let it hang, but still keeping the collarbones and chest lifted. And placing the palm of your right hand on your forehead. And let your head be really heavy in your hand. And then using your hand to help your head up. And lay down for Shavasana, my friends. If you want to take legs up the wall, that might be a nice option. Otherwise, coming all the way down, taking your ankles to the outer edges of the mat. Tuck your chin in. Walk your shoulders down, away from your ears. Personally, I like my hands on the belly and just for the first minute of Shavasana to feel the belly rise and lower with my breath. That's not for you, just have your arms by your side. But let's continue on with that intention of just a few rounds of really meticulous breath. Really absorb yourself in your inhale and your exhale. And letting all control of your breath go. If you need longer, by all means, stay. Otherwise, bring your legs together as you take your arms over your head and full body stretch. Maybe lifting your upper back away from the floor. Point your toes. And then transition from there to one side. You resting easy there, just for a moment. And then helping yourself up to a seat, kneeling, sitting, whatever you need. Bring your hands to your heart. So before we transition into life again, see if you can just embed this intention of
breathing really intimately. And then maybe even at some points throughout the day today, you remember to do this. Even if that's just one more moment in the rest of the day. So we start to bridge that gap between what happens on our mat and what happens in our life. Let's take a deep breath in together. And a full breath out. And then we say namaste in gratitude to the lineage of this practice that's been handed down through many, many, many teachers. So namaste.